Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rebels TV, your online home of the North Ballarat Rebels, looking back at everything that's happened in the world of the Rebels over the last week and coming up this week as well. It's an absolute pleasure joining you once again. Sean Kelly's my name. Joining me as always, AFL Victoria Talent Manager Phil Partington. Pardo, welcome back to Rebels TV, mate.
G'day, Sean. Great to be back.
Big weekend, obviously. The Rebels, 6 wins in a row, 37-point win over the Gippsland Power, sitting just outside the top 4 now. More importantly, 2 games clear in 5th position.
Yeah, pleasing result, Sean. You know, certainly an ordinary day at Port Melbourne, but the boys battled really hard under trying conditions, and to get away with a good win was very pleasing.
It was indeed. Now, you weren't there this week. We'll talk about why that was in a second. So I've brought somebody in to help give a bit of a view of the game. Now, it's a bit of a punishment for him, so to speak, because he did end up on the wrong side of the wheel after training the other week, as you know. So, Beddison, his punishment was to come in and review the game against the Gippsland Power for us. So, you're interested to see how he goes here, Pardo, before we introduce him, mate?
No, I've got some confidence in him. He's an intelligent young man. I think he'll do a very good job.
So, bringing him in to help us review the game against the Gippsland Power, it's time to wheel Pardo out and bring in Beddison. Welcome back to Rebels TV. As we mentioned, a special guest panellist here to review last week's game against the Gippsland Power. One of our very own, Beddison. Beto, welcome to Rebels TV, mate.
Good to be here.
Good to have you here as well. Now, talk to us a bit about this game on the weekend. Gippsland Power, probably a little bit better than the scoreboard suggested, really, in the end.
Yes, I
suppose, and not much love for the boy there, but obviously the guys getting away with a good start, but really icing the game down early in that third quarter with those 3 goals in 4 minutes that we've seen on the screen.
Yes, James Gow getting the best player.
Yeah, he was very good. James Gow, 32 possessions on the weekend, back into the side. Didn't look like he missed a beat. It was just obviously not having some key on ballers there. He just made things look so easy. It was good.
Drew as well.
Willem Drew, very good. Jack Wheelahan, very good as well. Obviously, much talk at school about Willem Drew's game on the weekend and the fact that looking for a big country spot this week.
Yeah, surely it'll be this week.
I think he might be. I think actually Pardo's going to say something about that very shortly on Rebels TV. Obviously yourself, mate, how are you going? How's the foot coming along?
Not too bad. Out the boot now, starting to run on it, and hopefully another week or 2 and be back at it.
Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. You played your first TAC Cup games earlier this year. How did you find your first taste of TAC footy?
A lot quicker. The first 2 games, coming back from injury as well, it was very quick. And yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Beddison helping us look back at the game against the Gippsland Power. We'll let you rate him. Obviously, send us some comments in. Facebook page. You'll see us on Facebook with North Ballarat Rebels. Let us know how Lou went. Lou, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to throw it back to the studio now. We'll bring Big Pardo back in and we'll get the rest of Rebels TV underway. Beddison, one of our Rebels players this year, Pardo, helping us look over the game against the Gippsland Power. I think he went okay.
No, I thought he was quite good, Sean. Yeah, he might be with
I was going to say, don't get too comfortable there. No. He's got fixings on your chair.
No, he has too, but well done.
Very good. But of course, you weren't at the game on the weekend with your duties with Vic Country. 6 of our boys playing for Victoria Country on the weekend. Didn't go the greatest on the scoreboard, but we know that these games aren't necessarily about the scoreboard. Tell us how our Rebels went over playing for Vic Country in Perth.
Yeah, it's always going to be a hard task, Sean, going over to WA for our first game. They're a talented group, WA, and we flew over on Friday. We travelled like an AFL club. We trained at the hangar on the Friday. We did everything we possibly can right, and the game has moved from Leaderville to Domain Stadium, which is really pleasing to play on an AFL ground. But the Vic Country boys were in the game until basically 3/4 time. Just before 3/4 time, I think WA kicked 3 quick goals in 2 minutes. Then another goal 10 seconds into the last quarter, and just smashes in the last quarter. So we had a few injuries going through, but that's no excuse. The boys will be better for it for this game this week against the Vic Metro boys on Monday. Now,
very quickly, our Rebels boys, I'll run through name by name. Give us 5 to 10 seconds on how each of them went. I'll start with the easy one for you, Huey McCluggage.
Yeah, outstanding game, Huey. Probably a bit quiet in the first quarter and started finding his feet in the second and third quarters and played really well. I think he had 27 touches. Another really good game by Huey, and was named best for Vic Country, which was really a good feather in his cap.
And the man that we're very pleased to announce on the weekend was named as captain of Victoria Country for this year. Our captain as well, Jared Berry.
Oh yeah, absolutely rapt to see Jared named as captain, and he's probably the outstanding leader of the group. And Jared got a bit of a head knock in that second quarter, but cried 3 stitches. Probably not one of his best games, but he's been missing for 4 weeks as well. So no doubt Gerald will come back fighting after this little bit of a break this week.
Yep, looking at the other players we had in the squad, Lloyd Meek starting in first ruck.
First ruck, yeah, he did okay. They had a big ruckman in Goddard for WA, so he battled through there, but pleased to see me get through. His contest on the ground was really good, so his tackling and harassing was really good.
Looking at the half back line, Jared Corra was starting at centre half back.
Well, the whole half back line was fit country
wasn't
Rebels boys. So Jared Corra, had about 13, 14 touches, was solid. And also Tommy Williams had the same sort of touches as well. So look, those boys will be battling for a spot this week. We'll see how they go, and but very pleasing to get opportunities.
And the last one, Big Shannon Becks up forward.
Yeah, probably started opportunities with Bexy there, but presented really well, around about the 10 possession marks, but presented well.
Well, good to see the boys going well. Of course, Willem Drew in the squad as well, who was amongst the Rebels' best players on the weekend. And certainly, I know, had a chat to him before the game, and he mentioned that he might have had a point to prove to a couple of people going out there today. So hopefully, he gets his chance soon.
Look, he'll get his chance this week. He'll play against Metro, and his first emergency for a game against WA. But he'll play this week, and looking forward to seeing how he goes. Certainly at Simmons Stadium on the Monday, it'll be a good game for him. Local game for him, Koroit, that area. So a lot of family and friends will come down and watch him play.
We'll talk more about that in a second, because it's now time to talk to our Mars player of the day from round 9 against the Gippsland Power. And this one's another boy that has had a really good fortnight. You've seen him, obviously not this week, but the last week as well against the Rangers, where he really started to get back into his best form. And of course, we speak of Jacob Wheelahan.
Yeah, finding his feet now, kicking some goals, and really getting players into the game. He's a skillful player, Jacob, so really glad to see he got the Mars player of the day.
Well, let's see how he went after the game. Our Mars player of the day for round 9, Jacob Wheelahan. Our Mars player of the day for round 9, Jacob Wheelahan. Congratulations, mate. Great game today. Really, the last fortnight you've seen to come back to your best game.
Yeah, well, it's good to get a bit of consistency at the moment, so hopefully I can keep going.
Had some problems with concussions early on in the year. You've now shaken that off. Do you feel that you're playing your best footy of the year at this stage?
Well, definitely, as you said, I missed a fair few games at the start of the year, so yeah, it's good not to get your head knocked and stuff like that, so yeah. Conditions
out there today, interesting, wet day, hard to mark a ball, yet you were able to keep your composure, kick some crucial goals at times. I think you kicked 3 goals for the day and really bring the ball into our forward line with some really good, some purpose.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a wet day, so hopefully the boys like the delivery, I guess, so yeah.
Week off now, obviously, with the development around this week. What are you got planned? Just a week where you're just going to kick back and do nothing?
Yeah, hopefully. It'd be nice to have a week off. It's been pretty intense sort of month, so yeah, no, it'd be good to get a week off. You had a experience a couple of weeks back as well. How did you find that? Yeah, no, I loved every second of it. So yeah, trained with them during the week, and then obviously played the game on the weekend. So yeah, I loved every minute of it.
Jacob Wheelahan, our Mars player of the day. Wheels, congratulations. Jacob Wheelahan, our Mars player of the day for this week. He's always very quiet, Jacob, and he's always very measured with his words, but I thought he did okay there.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no. Well done, Jacob, and hope he can carry the form on for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, let's hope so. Time to go inside 60 now, Pardo, with Bluegum clothing. Last week's was very popular. Jake McQueen last week got a lot of chat, especially around the locker room on Thursday night, but this week, another one of the very popular Rebels boys who played a couple of games early on, Big Ollie Nash.
Yeah, well, he loves the chirp, Ollie. He's up and about, usually training around the group, so yeah, looking forward to this one. I already go okay, Ollie.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he does give a couple of bit of a backhand as well, so this will be very interesting to see. As for Bluegum clothing, once again, we go inside 60 with Ollie Nash.
Big head. Wing. Isaac Smith. City. Learnings. Sam White. Jake McQueen. Hasker Dorborn, because he never takes my side. First game for the Rebels. Will Madden. Lockie Thornton. You put me on the spot here, Shawnee.
Ollie Nash on Inside 60 for Bluegum Clothing, and just shows that his dad's in the industry. He's had a bit of training at this kind of stuff before and knows what he's doing, does young Ollie?
Well, as the coach's comment, learning. So that's great. So great way to describe Fitzy, just the learning, the package of learning and processes and things like that. So good work, Ollie.
Well done to Ollie Nash. Now this weekend, Pardo, from a Rebels point of view, a very quiet weekend, a development round in the TAC Cup. Chance for some of the boys to go back and maybe play with their local clubs, or for the ones that have had a lot of footy this year, a chance for a well-earned rest.
Yeah, surely is, but we wanted some good news too, Sean. James Gower, who's been in outstanding form, will debut for the Roosters on Saturday. So
that's excellent.
That's yet to be confirmed, but I'm pretty sure we got over the line with the Roosters there, so he's been in great form. And then we move into Monday, where Vic Country playing Metro at Simmons Stadium at 12 o'clock. So hopefully we have quite a few Rebels boys playing that game as well.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how the boys go there. We'll have some news on that later on in the week. Keep an eye on the Rebels website and on our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. We'll let you know how many boys get involved in the Vic Country program this week. Pardo, that's all the time we've got this week, but before we go, big week of training this week as well, some education for the boys as well.
Yes, we've got the Reach Foundation coming on Tuesday night, Sean, to do an education session on leadership, decision making the right decisions at certain times in their life. So we're really looking forward to that. It's a big part of the TAC Cup program, is our education sessions. We've been fortunate, Sean, to win the last 4 and the last 5 TAC clubs of the year. So really important to educate our players off the ground, become better people. But yeah, looking forward to see how we go tomorrow night with that program.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that, and already looking forward to next week on Rebels TV, Pardo, as we take a look at what's going to be a pretty big game in a fortnight's time as we get back home to Eureka Stadium and start to spend a lot of time getting to know Eureka Stadium at the end of the year as well. But we're digressing because we're going into next week's territory. But that's what we'll come back with next week for all the viewers out there. So it'll be a very big week.
Yeah, and a curtain raiser to the Roosters too, Sean. Yes. So big crowd will be here on the Saturday. Geelong Falcons are going really, really well.
And the ladder flying.
So are the Rebels. So really competitive game. Looking forward to it.
Very much looking forward to seeing you as we look at that game next week on Rebels TV. Next Wednesday, we'll be back with all of that action. We'll see you then.